What's up, y'all? This is Pyrenius. We're about to play game 28. Red Sox versus Baltimore. In Baltimore. Enjoy.
From Baltimore, welcome inside Oriole Park. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Baltimore Orioles. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the mound in this one, Shane Baz. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. You look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Just about to get underway. Jarren Duran getting ready to hit. And this one is off and running. That's a strike. Baz in his 5th season, 26 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Strike 2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The high heat too much on that one. So up next, Romy Gonzalez. 2 for 8 in the series so far. That one a little bit high, and it's 1-0. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count 1-2. Popped up. Holiday under it. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. This one in the air, center field. And that's the 3rd out. Back now at Oriole Park. And getting the start for the Red Sox, it's Sonny Gray. What do you look for here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in and at bat.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still fires to first.
Wise to just eat that. Otherwise, you risk throwing it into the dugout.
Gunnar Henderson will hit next. Holiday gets his lead at first with nobody out. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2. Ball.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Had him out front for strike 3. 1 out, man at first. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. And a foul ball. Gets in there. That's strike 2.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Man at first, one away. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they've still got both their challenges. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses, and the count's full. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. 4th right now in the American League home run leaderboard. And that's a little bit high. Ball 1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. The 0-1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think. Oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
The 1-2. This one in the dirt to second. Not going to get him. He's in there. And now a man into scoring position. Man at second. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Back here in Baltimore, on now to the top half of inning number 2. So the Baltimore Orioles are holding their own so far this season, but Singy, that might be below expectations for this group.
Yeah, they had some heavy expectations coming into the year, and so far they've been around the 500 mark. Not exactly lighting the league on fire. That's not to say they can't turn it on and start cruising up the standings, but they need to start showing something soon. Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. They have to regroup here.
Out towards right center field. He's got it, and there's one away. So stepping in for Boston, Marcelo Meyer. 0 for 6 in the series so far. And first offering is fouled off. Late on that fastball.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Got him swinging. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Story now.
He really needs to start making more contact. Almost 3 strikeouts per game over the last 5.
Second inning here, no score. Now that's smacked to right center. And there's a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Stepping in, Roman Anthony. There goes the runner. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Man on second, 2 down. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Ryan Mountcastle. The other way, and that's a fair ball. Around first, digging for 2. The throw in. The throw is offline. He's got a leadoff double.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Punched that one down the line for extra bases, and that was an excellent job going with the pitch on the outside. Got his bat on plane and just drove it.
Adley Rutschman in the box now. Takes strike 1. Swing and a foul straight back. Man at second. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. 2 for 7 in the series so far. Just missed. Cowser matched a homer in his last game. The Orioles looking to strike first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Check swing, but he went too far. And a count 1-2. Got him swinging. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And into the box for Baltimore, Dylan Beavers. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. Safe at the plate. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Samuel Basallo stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
Nope, that's down.
Beavers off of first with 2 away. Hey! Check swing called strike. And the count is 2-2. That one missed.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swing and a miss. Sonny Gray with the strikeout. On to the 3rd inning. So stepping in for Boston, Tristan Casas. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Fouled off. He was late. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Hit hard on the ground is short. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Here's the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela.
He's been a menace on the base paths recently. More than 16 stolen bases this month.
Fastball for a strike. Swings through it for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts. So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Jarren Duran, the next to hit. His first at bat was a strikeout. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
He was all over that one. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
Next to hit, Romy Gonzalez. Gonzalez in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. On the ground, Holiday. That's the third out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Jackson Holiday. Pitch is in there. Strike one.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Nope.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 2-1. Challenge from behind the dish here. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. Got him swinging for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that's in for a strike. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. That's out number 2.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Westberg in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Close, but called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. 2 down, nobody on. And a base hit up the middle. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. Taylor Ward digs in now. Struck out swinging his first time. But Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. And he's the home run leader on this team, Singy. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And that'll do it. Back now at Oriole Park. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu.
You know, these Red Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And that one was indeed a strike. So they'll lose their first challenge. Ripped to short. Handles, throws to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Carlos Narvaez up next for the Red Sox. Flied to right his first time. Out front, rip foul. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Narvaez wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And the strike call will stand. No challenges left for them now.
Ball one.
This one popped up. Out number 2. So digging in, Marcelo Meyer struck out swinging his first time.
Ball.
Chris, he's been one of the most powerful hitters in baseball this year. His home run numbers are good enough to put him top 5 in the league. Swing and a miss. And now 2-2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
This one in the air, center field. Cowser under it. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. Now here's the Orioles DH, Ryan Mountcastle. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100.
Ball.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Good eye right there. And that's a little bit high. And now it's 3-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Payoff pitch. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Here's Adley Rutschman. That misses the zone. 1-2 to count. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8. 1 out man at first. And next for the Orioles, Colton Cowser. He's 0 for 1.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound. No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Orioles.
So up next, Dylan Beavers.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Just missed.
Ball 2.
In the air, left field. He's got it. That is the inning. We go to the top of the fifth. So stepping in for Boston, Trevor Story. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
You know, these Red Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. A couple of hits in a row for him here. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Digging in, Roman Anthony. Runner on the go. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Swings through that one for strike two.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Tying run in scoring position, and we're at the top of the fifth. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Now batting Tristan Casas. Grounded out his first time up. And that one fouled off. Man at second. That's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Rafaela swings through it for strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Jarren Duran steps to the dish in a big spot. 1 for 2. And that one fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Next offering misses. Ball 1. Struck him out looking. Back here in Baltimore, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Samuel Basallo now at the plate.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Here's the 0-2. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first. In the dirt. Great pick. Got him. What a play.
For the Orioles.
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Jackson Holliday will hit next. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Rafaela under it. 2 down. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Hey!
Ball. Down.
Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. On the ground to third. Sends it across to first. That ends the frame. Back now at Oriole Park. So stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez.
That's out.
The 1-1. In the air, right field. Beavers gets under it. Brings it in. And a quick out, number 1. Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. In the air to left center. Ward takes it in for the out. And there are 2 down. Now at the plate, Carlos Narvaez. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. 2 down, nobody on.
Nope. Outside.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Ball that's outside.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. And we are tied.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Marcelo Meyer getting ready to hit.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against it.
And a foul ball. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across, and we're in the top half of the 6th. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Well, we go bottom 6. Now the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. Cutter Crawford gets handed the rock out of the pen. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
You know, these Orioles putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
That one to first. Casas takes it himself. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Orioles. There's a strike. Just off the inside edge. And he swings over the top there. That one just misses. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Here's Ryan Mountcastle.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
That's a ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Liner snagged at first. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Felix Bautista. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Here's Trevor Story now. He's 2 for 2. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Just a little too quick on that front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. So stepping in for Boston, Roman Anthony. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun. Bautista, a 6'8" righty, 30 years old now, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Swings and misses, it's a strikeout. Coming out of the bullpen throwing beatings. Tristan Casas up next for the Red Sox.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
On the ground to third. And that is the inning. Back here in Baltimore, now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. Next offering popped in the air, right field. And there's one down. Here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1.
Hey!
Got him. 2 out.
Up next for the Orioles.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Dylan Beavers.
Yeah!
Close one, doesn't get the call. And now it's even 1-1. That one
That's
missed.
ball 2.
All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. And foul ball. Two down, nobody on. That one outside. And that's ball 3. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive and puts the go-ahead run on base. Samuel Basallo, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Runner on the go. Pitch misses.
That's the ball.
Throws.
Down to go-ahead runs in scoring position, so big opportunity for them to jump ahead late.
Line drive, base hit. Coming home. Fires it to the plate. He'll score easily. It's 2-1.
Back-to-back base hits. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Holiday stands in now and watches strike one. Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here. His second of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 4-1. So 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. Nice grab to first, and very nicely done for the out. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Andrew Kittredge. Here's the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. Rafaela started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, didn't go. And the 1-0. Got it started a little too early, strike one.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
1-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's 1-1. So back to the top of the order. Now batting Jarren Duran. 1 for 3. Right side. And that one handled. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 outs, base is empty. Romy Gonzalez up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. Back now at Oriole Park. On to the bottom of the 8th. Jordan Westburg digs in now.
Ball, that's just out.
That catches the corner. Westburg thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Swings through that one out in front that time. And down on strikes he goes. 1 gone here. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward.
Hey.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Now here is Ryan Mountcastle. That's a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Cullen looking for the K.
Up next for the Orioles.
Here's the catcher, Adley Rutschman. 0 for 3 in this one. leads off first with 2 down to the inning. This one in the air. Narvaez settles under this one, and that's the inning.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now,
Orioles,
and on the mound, the
number
closer,
21.
Ryan Helsley.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Abreu, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. So stepping in for Boston, Carlos Narvaez. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider. Strike 2. The Orioles trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the top of the ninth.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just a wasted pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Only 1 out left for the Red Sox. Here's the third baseman, Marcelo Meyer. Swing and a miss. That one at 101.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
They're down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it.
Big game for each team, but even more critical for the home team. This swing game, they win the rubber match of the series, take 2 out of 3, feel really good about winning this one. They look ready for the next series.
4-1 the final here today as the Orioles